So nobody likes someone who just throws a competitive game of Overwatch. In this video, I did want to cover throwers because it seems like it's sort of like a problem that if I make a video, maybe it can help solve it, or maybe it'll even make it worse of a problem. But we all know the universal pick for throwers, and it looks something along the lines of this. Sup, fam? What you doing? You know, just chilling out, bro. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, that's a nice turret you have there. Hey, so you gonna play the game or nah? What you mean? Well, you know, we're playing a competitive game of Overwatch right now. We kind of need you, but you're just chilling there with your turret. Oh man, are you gonna maybe play the game? Nah, I'm fine, fam. Alright, cool. I'm just gonna go jump off the bridge and kill myself. Have an amazing day, man.
Okay, so I know not every single situation is like that, but in this video I did want to talk about throwers because this is always a problem that we've all ran into before. And as you can see on our team, we do have a Torbjorn. And no, that doesn't mean just because you pick Torbjorn, Widowmaker, Junkrat, whatever hero you're trying to pick, doesn't mean you're gonna be throwing the game. But unfortunately, I don't have the okay, so you ever have that one kid in like grade school or something that always tries to make up these big ginormous stories like, oh my god, guys, I met Shaquille O'Neal at the freaking supermarket. No, I don't have a picture with him, but just take my word. Ask my mom. I totally took a picture with. No, okay, so obviously that kid did not meet Shaquille O'Neal because one, that dude is too tall. He's making too many memes and calling out too many people. So obviously he's not gonna waste any time on a little kid. But unfortunately, let me get back to what I was trying to say. Unfortunately, I don't have the first game where this Torbjorn player was literally just building turrets in our spawn and just sitting there. So you can see that we did lose the first point, and I don't want to say it was because of the Torbjorn player building turrets in our spawn, but I'm going to say it was because of the Torbjorn player building turrets in our spawn. But obviously, if you pick Torbjorn, that doesn't mean that a player is throwing the game, but that's kind of like the universal pick. Like, if you pick Torbjorn, he's throwing the game. But again, I have a player on my friends list that loves to play Torbjorn, and he's a pretty good Torbjorn player nonetheless, so he always gets flagged like, oh my god, this guy's throwing the game, he's not taking it serious, but he knows the in and outs, he knows how Torbjorn works. So obviously, he's a player that doesn't just throw the game just because he picks Torbjorn, but in this case, he was trying to throw the game. And in this video, I did want to talk about just throw picks and just how to deal with people that are throwing the game. So you're gonna see right here that he switches to Hanzo, and then he's gonna switch to Widowmaker. And the reason why that this player was trying to throw the game was because someone on our team also picked Hanzo, and apparently this guy's kink was because he loves to play Hanzo, and just because he didn't get his Hanzo pick, he was like, man, screw these guys, I'm gonna play freaking Torbjorn, I'm gonna build turrets in our spawn, and I'm not gonna try to win the game at all. So obviously this guy was acting like a little child, and what do little children crave most of the time? They crave attention. So the first and pretty much the only tip that you really need from this video is don't give these throwers, these throw pick players, attention. Don't be in the game chat like, oh my god, Torbjorn, why you win the game? Why are you just queuing up just to throw the game, man? You're really screwing us over, man, because you're just feeding their reason to just throw the game. So I just told my team, because we were honestly really pissed off. I mean, nobody likes to throw. I'm not gonna sit here and say, man, I'm so happy that he's throwing the game because he's playing turret. No, I'm not like that. But well, honestly, what I told my teammates is like, all right, let's just try to play our game. We're good players because honestly, we were really good players. So I just told them, let's just play the game. And it was at this point right here, after we just capped this first control map, because this I think was the first time we ever were able to capture the points. At this point, we knew that we were able to win the game because I was a pretty good tracer in this game, and you're just gonna see the Roadhog get tons of picks, just see the Zarya get multis and multis and multis, but obviously we're still trying to play with this Widowmaker that's just chilling in the back. I mean, obviously this guy's not really, again, I'm not saying just because you pick Widowmaker that you're automatically throwing the game, but we were pushed up to pretty much their health pack, so the Widowmaker could have easily just gone forward just a little bit just to get those picks. No, he was still closer on our side of the map. Obviously he's a sniper, so he's gonna stay in the back, but bro, come on, man, you can scoop a little closer to get some picks, but you can just see throughout the whole entire game that I'm still going to be getting kills, Zarya's going to be getting kills, and Roadhog, and then this Tan Boy. And again, I'm not trying to call this guy out. I'm for this YouTube channel, I never want to expose people. I'm never one to just call out people or just try to just call someone out because they pick a certain hero. No, I'm not like that because I'm not really a hateful guy. I'm a pretty nice guy if you get to know me, honestly. But for this YouTube platform, I'm just trying to use this as an example. And no, I'm not trying to point fingers at this guy. I'm not trying to say that, oh, he's the worst type of player in Overwatch, he needs to be banned forever. No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to use him as a prime example of what you need to do to work with the throwers, because yes, it's inevitable. You will get throwers in your game, but someone once told me, if it's not in your power, if it's not in your control, why worry about it? Why stress about it? And obviously that was a real life metaphor. I don't know what it was, honestly, but in Overwatch this can easily be translated. If someone is throwing in the game, do you have control over him? Do you have the power to change his mind? You can ask him kindly, hey man, can you not throw the game? And then more times than not, he's probably not going to listen to you. But at that point, you just have to just control what's in your power. And what was in my power, to switch off of a more DPS hero, to switch off of a hero that can get more kills. And what was that hero? Well, Tracer. Originally on the very first map, I was playing Mei because I love Mei on control maps. I don't know why, I just love to use her. I just love to use her in general. But obviously this guy was throwing, he was just building turrets in our spawn. So what did I need to do? Well, obviously I needed to switch off Mei because yeah, she can get a lot of kills, but someone like Tracer is just a lot more heavy DPS. Another example could be Soldier, or another example could be someone like Diva, or someone who can get a lot more kills to compensate for this guy who was throwing. And obviously you can see that he's getting picks with Widowmaker, so he's trying, he sees that we're trying, and that's also another thing that just kind of, I don't want to say works with these throwers, but that you can just see is like, oh my god, well my team is still trying. Maybe, I guess, I don't want to lose SR because nobody likes to lose SR unless they're trying to play with their friends. Say they're in like Grandmasters and they're trying to play with people in Diamond, then obviously they're going to throw the game and they would like losing SR at that point. But 9 times out of 10, people don't like losing SR. And yes, we're back on this other control map. It's like deja vu. Oh my god, Tracer on Ruins again. Yes, it's the same exact map, but this is just a prime example of just showing like, hey, if there is a throw in the game, there is still a chance to win. I mean, okay, so in this case, he picked Widowmaker and he was still getting picks, so at that point, it was still a 6v6. Unless they leave the game, unless the throw just totally just abandons the whole entire game, it's still technically a 6v6. Until he leaves the game, then it will be a 5v6, and at that point, yes, it is a little bit hard, but if you guys are good, if you still work together, because like I said at the beginning of the video, the Zarya is just going to get multis, I'm going to get kills with on the healer side. I think there's going to be a pulse spawn where I get both of their healers, and Roadhog is just going to get picks on the squishies. So those 3 components should be able to work if it's done correctly. It's right here. So at that point, I see the 2 healers, so what am I going to try to do? I'm going to try to pulse bomb them, and at that point, the enemy team doesn't have a support line. It's right. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love Tracer bombs, man. They're so beautiful. And then I told my team, okay, they don't have healers, just get tons and tons of kills, and I love hearing that. Just hearing, oh my god, their Mercy, their Ana, the Lucio's down, get tons of kills, and let's make it work. So this is just a prime example of just what to do when there is a throw, because even though that he was throwing at the beginning, he gained common sense and he was able to work with us and just not throw the game. But he was acting like a little child, because sometimes you won't be able to get your Hanzo pick or your Widowmaker or your Tracer or your Ana. Sometimes you have to be flexible, and he wasn't in the chat obviously because he was too scared to tell us, hey bro, you act, hey the whole entire team that I'm trying to win the game with, I'm gonna play Torbjorn and just totally throw the game. No, he had to message us, and I can even try to prove it. I have a message from him saying, why are you throwing the game? And he just literally just told me Hanzo. Sure, just told me Hanzo, no reason why, but we figured it out. We figured that, oh well, he wanted to play Hanzo, someone was playing Hanzo, and just because he didn't get the Hanzo pick, he was gonna throw the game. So he's just a little child at that point. But again, I'm not trying to call him out saying he's the worst type of Overwatch player ever. Everyone has their own opinions, but just sometimes you just have to work with it. It just goes back to that saying that someone once told me, if it's not in your power, don't stress over it. If it's not in your control, don't stress over it. Just do what you have to do. Do what you do best. In Overwatch's case, play a hero that gets you a lot of kills. In my case, that is Tracer, and we just compensate for it, and we made it work. I mean, we lost the very first map. We were mad. We were a little bit tilted, but not to the point where we were raging, we were freaking out, we were leaving the game. It's like, oh my god, this is the worst game. No, we just stayed calm. I just told my team, sometimes you just need to have a little bit of team morale and just tell your team, listen, just, it's okay. It's okay. We just have to work with it. Don't be passive. Don't be petty or anything like that. Just do what you do best, get the kills, and work together. And you're going to see, you just saw throughout the whole entire game, I was getting the healers, Roadhog was getting the squishies, and Zarya was getting the Diva and getting the rest of the tanks, and it worked out. And then the thrower came back and realized, well, you know, these guys are trying. I guess I'll have pity on them and just play with them, and we got the victory. And also, as just a little cherry on top, I get play of the game with my brand new Tracer highlight intro. Throwers suck, we all know it, but you can still work with it. And they see that you're trying, then they're probably going to try to play with you because nobody likes to lose unless they're trying to de-rank on purpose. So anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.